Hello guys, it's your fellow investor here with another video. In this video I'm going to be talking about a company called Ozop Energy Solutions with ticker symbol OZSC. I'm going to tell you about the latest news, where I see this company heading, something about their past and about their future outlook. So if you're interested in that, definitely keep on watching. I've covered this company on my channel previously in the past, so if you like to know more in-depth information, definitely check that video out. It'll be in the top upper corner in the card section. This company is a penny stock that are traded on the OTC markets. Therefore, if you are using a Webull or Robinhood or any other broker who doesn't support OTC, I highly recommend you checking out if your broker does that, if your broker support OTCs or not. Also, I would recommend you open up an account if you are a US citizen in Charles Schwab, TD Ameritrade, Fidelity, Interactive Brokers, E-Trade and others who actually support OTC market, because there are some very nice intriguing opportunities right here right now after the recent correction. But before we start, I'd like to ask you if you could hit the beautiful red subscribe button and join other long-term investors on this channel, as well as smashing that like button really pushes this video out and to as many people as possible and helps me out tremendously. With that out of the way, let's get into this company. On Friday it was 9 to 10% correction, so you know it is what it is. Market went down, so when this penny stock, and if you look at a 5 days chart, this is where it look kind of ugly because it's down over 40%, and if you look at 1 month chart from its peaks, it's down almost 50%, so we can see there's big downtrend going on. However, the downtrend channel is now closing in, and we could see really soon this penny stock bouncing back up. And you know, it's been many penny stocks right now. There's been for the past 2 weeks, it's been kind of a just overall correction on the market, because recently the penny stocks, all the penny stocks for the past 2-3 months, they all went from like 0.001 cents to like, I don't know, 3 cents or 4 cents. It's just huge run-ups. So this is what it does. The company, the stock needs to chill out for some time. If they're not, you know, a top company, top stock, it won't go up forever. This is how it works, unfortunately, in the stock market, and it applies the same even for penny stocks. So just tell you that in advance, so you have to, you know, count with these risks when you invest in them. But as we can see from the 1 month chart, I would say it's going to be about a time very soon, probably in the next week, when this penny stock is going to turn around. But you know, I don't have a crystal ball, I'm not a financial advisor, but that's how I see it, that's how I view it. Now to the news. Ozop Energy, OZSC, forms strategic alliance with Grid and Energy Master Planning. That's great news, because you know, strategic partnerships and alliances just working well hand in hand, and it's a very good sign of upcoming success. Grid and Energy Master Planning is a company that provides advisory, financing and implementation solutions for behind-the-meter customers in the areas of energy efficiency, solar, EV charging and battery storage. So that's another very good partnership in the EV, energy efficiency, solar and battery sectors. You know, they cover all of them with a previous acquisition or strategic partnership they've announced in the past. So if you don't know which I'm talking about or what I'm talking about, definitely check out my previous video about these companies so you get to know more. But let's go on and read what the companies have to say to this strategic partnership. Ozop Energy Systems' vision is to be global leader of supply chain solutions with the energy transition market, stated Brian P. Conway, Chief Executive Officer of OZSC. By teaming up with the GEMM network, we can provide our customers with additional services such as project financing, engineering support, and construction management. It truly allows us to provide one-stop shopping in this emerging and maturing sector. GEMM currently has 34 energy solution provider affiliates in 18 states and 8 major metropolitan regions, including New York City, Boston, Philadelphia, Baltimore, Washington, D.C., Charlotte, Chicago, and Dallas FT Worth. GEMM affiliates are experienced energy professionals that serve the C&I sector, providing on-site solutions that include energy efficiency, distributed generation, battery storage, and EV charging. We are excited to be working with Ozop Energy Systems, as it brings together their broad experience in supply chain solutions with our deep knowledge and growing list of project opportunities for on-site energy retrofits and installations, stated GEMM CEO Scott Syme. OES and GEMM represent the teaming of international supply chain logistics with best-in-class local execution, the necessary solution combination for the rapidly expanding energy transition economy. Accordingly, we are pleased to announce that we will be using OES and its supply chain expertise on a 3.7 million near net zero office retrofit project GEMM is currently working on. So that's really interesting to see and read. If you continue and read through the whole articles, it usually pays out, because here we can see that they have a 3.7 million project, which is probably going to, do some kind of good revenue in the future. I'm quite sure of it, because otherwise why would they talk about it, right? And if you somehow don't know what Ozop is, they invent, design, develop, manufacture and distribute ultra-high power chargers, inverters and power supplies for a wide variety of applications in the defense, heavy industrial, aircraft ground support, maritime and other sectors. And their strategy is to focus on capturing a significant share of the rapidly growing renewable energy market as a provider of assets and infrastructure needed to store energy. This is really in a nutshell the company if you've not seen my previous video. Another news from February that the Ozop announced new consulting engineer Ian Graham with a lot of experience, owner engineer of Tesla 100 megawatt project in California. Then we have he's a design and owner engineer of Kaiso Black Star battery, Python development, a lot of good stuff in his portfolio. Feel free to do some due diligence on him. I won't go through the whole article, but again, if you'd like to, I'll definitely put it down in the description below so you can read it out for yourself, because I don't want this video to be too long. And if you remember, on February 6th there was some statement from Ozop to an article from January 12th where Ozop Energy announced that they're entering into a master supply agreement with a big institution, and they did not have authorization to issue the press release. The other company stepped out of the deal and it's gone, but they replaced this company with other companies, so it's not the end of the world, it's not the worst thing. But obviously the previous contract announcement would be better, but it is what it is and you gotta work with what you have. But they're still trying their best, they're not letting shareholders down, they are keeping us up to date with their steps, with their progress. And if you want to know information, definitely check out their Twitter. And if we go into their Twitter, they are quite active here, so if there is not news somewhere on the website or Yahoo Finance or whatever, feel free to head to their Twitter account. They have over 11,000 followers here, so that's quite a bit of following for a penny stock company, and they're very active here. So if you have any questions, I will reach out to them here on Twitter. And if we go into their security details, we can see they have almost 4 billion unrestricted outstanding shares and market cap $880 million. So we could see potentially some kind of reverse stock split, but I don't know if that's really necessary because their stock price isn't that low. But you never know, that's a lot of unrestricted outstanding shares, so there could be maybe some potential buyback or most likely some reverse stock split, which could get this company out of the penny stock zone. And bigger institutions and analytics like to more review companies which are on penny stocks and therefore give them more publicity, more highlight, spotlight, and move the stock upwards quickly if it's being viewed by some analysts. So that's just what I wanted to point out. And if we go on the stock blitz to see how many people are actually looking into this stock, we can see there's over 33,000 watchers, which is not too shabby for such a company, and that they are not the most trending company. But there's still 33,000 people watching, so we could probably see some movements happening next week, because people love to buy dips and big players do that as well. So we could see potentially big moves next week, but I don't have a crystal ball. So what do I think about this stock in the near term, mid-term, long term? Well, as I said, I can see this in the near term to bounce back actually, because this kind of channel is going to be ending. Usually it will mean big downfall or big upward trend happening very soon, so that's my opinion about the near term. In the midterm, by the end of the year, this should probably go up slowly but surely because of the upcoming EV trend, renewable energy and such. And in the long term, midterm usually follows up with the long term. So again, there should not be much of hesitation for the long term. As we can see from its highs, it's down quite a lot, 50%. So this really screams as a discount if you are a long-term investor and you'd like to invest in some unknown battery or EV renewable energy company. which has quite a good contracts and partnerships. I hope I brought you some value. If I did, definitely subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out any upcoming videos, and if you could, smash that like button if you haven't done so already. It helps me out a lot as a content creator and I highly appreciate it. Also, let me know down in the comments below what are your thoughts and opinions about this company. Are you in it? Did you sell because of the downfall? Are you going to buy back in? I'm all ears. With that being said, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in another video.